What's up guys, welcome to today's video. It feels like it's been forever. I live streamed the other day, so I guess this is a little bit delayed, but I actually slept in like Monday and Tuesday. After Atlanta, I wasn't feeling so hot. I was a little worried that I might be sick, might get the guys contagious. Got tested, turned out to be negative. Fast forward, it's Wednesday now, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready to go back to the compound and hit the ground running full force. A little bit weird, missing out on that much time and starting into the week so late after a long trip, but I think my body really needed it. Internally, me and James do this thing where we say we're gonna brain dump, and we basically just tell each other all the things that we need to catch each other up to speed on. So I'm gonna brain dump for you guys real quick. Going to the compound and what's going on today. A friend's flooring business, also involved in the drift community, is doing me a massive solid and had some leftover carpet tile laying around from a previous job, and we're gonna redo the carpet in the upstairs loft area today. Originally, I wanted to do tile or some sort of like bougie stuff upstairs, but since that is gonna kind of be the podcast area, I was worried that if I did something hard, the echo would be really gnarly and not the best for filming. Once that's done in the first new AC unit, which should, I think, be installed today, we can move the office upstairs and then start redoing the office downstairs, which has been like the first task list on the renovations that incidentally keeps taking the back burner because of all the last minute FD rush. Other than catching up to speed with the guys post FD, because we really didn't have our, after FD meeting, mainly gonna be focused on the renovation stuff. I'll kind of walk you guys around our plan in terms of AC units, some new updates on shop stuff, and this Panamera, which I'm growing fond of, we might be giving back today. Porsche sent me a photo of my brand new transmission in a box. This Panamera, we actually put 2,200 miles on, so we definitely got our money's worth out of this loaner. It's kind of cool, but also kind of a bummer. I really wanted to take the Turbo S up to Atlanta to enjoy it during an FD weekend, but instead I got to put miles and depreciate something that I don't own, so that's cool, I guess. The fluid from my PDK had a bunch of like metal flakes in it and stuff, so definitely wasn't going crazy. There's definitely an issue with the trans, but I'm stoked they're getting it taken care of so fast. If you notice I'm not making eye contact that much, it's because I'm driving and I'm looking at the road. My usual trick is put sunglasses on, and then you guys can't tell that I'm actually looking at the road, and not you guys, because I turn my head towards the camera, but my eyes are actually pointed on the road. Fun fact. If you're new to vlogging, make sure you look at the road when you're vlogging. Very important. Now, not that you guys care, but maybe there is a select few of you that are in the market where you could see yourself owning a Panamera. Definitely not my type of car, maybe the Turbo S version or something. I will say, if I'm comparing this to the Audi, I've never driven the old version of the Panamera, only the new Panamera, which this is the newest model of the Panamera. I really enjoy it. It's slow for what it is, and for the price tag, I would expect it to have like another 100 horsepower, but then again, I guess everyone doesn't care about horsepower that's buying these cars. Extremely smooth, love the transmission. Steering feel is very direct, feels a lot less boaty than the RSX did. Space is good, trunk could be a little bit bigger, but I guess they have that like cross thing that would solve that issue. But if I was in the market for another wagon and price was not an issue, I love this car. There's some quirks, but I think Porsche did a really good job, and I've heard that the last generation kind of sucked, but this one's pretty rad. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up, but it sounds like it's raining right now. It's actually love bugs. There's a big bug problem on the way to the compound. I just keep hearing splat, split, splat. Look at this windshield. Not gonna be fun for keeping cars clean. Really got to invest in some tractor brooms to get this place clean. The concrete just gets pummeled by all the trees and stuff that fall down. Looks so good all power wash though. Marcelo stopped by from DeSico Floor, did I say it right?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, he made sure to make it clear that he does not do carpet and he's doing me a favor, and he doesn't like doing carpet, but at least it seems like this is coming up pretty easy.
Not bad at all.
It honestly looks brand new. I feel like the dude who is redoing this up here probably never finished, and this place never got used, but this is the carpet that he brought by. Got me a sick deal, and we're gonna be getting rid of the green for some gray. So like I said, it was mainly a cost decision. He had the stuff laying around and it was pretty cheap, but what's cool about it is if you have an issue, you can just replace one at a time, and the insulation as well as the noise with this thick padding in back compared to the carpet that was in here before, it's a lot thinner. Originally, I feel like I kind of had the mindset with this place where I was just gonna ball out and get all this nice stuff. And I think realistically, we've got more important things that we have to put some of the cash flow into, like AC units and race car stuff and FD programs. So for now, we're gonna try to get this place up to par and running and looking nice, but as on much of a budget as we possibly can. All right, so we're officially going to pick up the Turbo S. I'm excited. It feels like forever since I've driven the car, and I really got to drive it working properly, so big day.
Also, what's funny about right now?
Oh, that you just dropped your car off because your drivetrain's broken?
Yeah. Yeah, it says drive system. I've been getting that warning on the Audi for the past couple days now, and I'm like, are you serious? And we happen to be finally picking up his car that's fixed while we drop off my new car to figure out what's wrong. So.
Get new cars, they said. They'll be reliable, they said.
Yep.
And she's back. Only thing that I would say is maybe a slight little bummer is I do want to put 200, 300 miles on her before I start modding her and do more stuff just in case any other issues present themselves, so I'm not told that it has to do with me modifying it. So now, time to put some miles on her and then we'll have some fun. Man, I miss my vacuum cleaner. Thanks to our buddy Eric, the R34 is finally aligned. It's got working AC, and it's on its path towards air quotes completion. Still a couple little TLC things we want to do, including retuning it now that we have the old trigger situation sorted out. A couple more little pieces hanging around that I got to bolt back out of the car. A few little pieces of the engine bay missing, but we didn't really have closure with this build. Now that things are starting to widen down, it doesn't seem so far away. Never formally talked about this. You'll still hear some surge from that light throttle, but if I go full throttle, build some boost and let off, you'll hear that the car does now have a blow-off valve. I put a Turbo Smart raised port in it. I really like their blow-off valves, and I was worried that it might be stalling the actual compressors on shifts. Some cars I notice it with, some I don't. This one seemed to have a very big transient lag getting back on throttle. Appears to be better now, but last time I got full throttle in this car, I threw a belt, and I just want to get it to the compound before I start beating on it, so I'm not stuck on the middle of the road. We're out there. Boy, do I have some exciting news for you. I'm gonna finish chewing and then we'll talk. So we're walking over to what will eventually be Colette's shop. We've been using it as a dump area for some very special things that have been arriving, and we're gonna go look at them for the first time. Also, another thing I totally forgot to tell you guys, Kevin officially finished power washing the entire place. There's like a couple little outside of the building things we're gonna do after the fact, but every square inch of concrete now looks brand new. Minus the gray wall of China right here. Watch out for your stuff. Turn the lights on before you open the garage door. I'd like to give a massive shout out to Johan for unloading all of this that you're about to see. It's been a long 3 months of forklifting.
Not a forklift.
Oh my God! Look at all this stuff. Wow, this is gonna be so fun to make an unboxing video. All the unboxing YouTubers, they wouldn't know what to do with all these boxes. So, if this doesn't look familiar to you, we've got ourselves some beautiful bend pack lifts. But we also have a lot more exciting equipment. Look, that's unboxed for us.
Look at that.
Got a nice, beautiful air compressor from bend pack. And I don't know which box it is. Or is that the super fancy special one?
Lyman. Rack.
So this, what we're gonna do for the rest of this video, we're gonna walk around the shop and I'm gonna explain kind of the layout that we've all been planning over the past hour or so. This is an in-ground scissor alignment rack. So it'll be flush with the ground. We can drive right up. It'll have 0 footprint, 0 posts to the side. We'll be able to put a car right up on it. And not only that, if we ever have to work underneath the car, we won't have to put it on a lift. We won't have to jack it up. Can drive right on, lift it up, get access to bumpers, exhausts, anything underneath that you can normally use a scissor lift for. Plus, have the plates underneath it, and then have the flip up jacks to lift the car for an actual alignment. So we got our work cut out for us.
Big.
Wow.
Hey, I heard you give Yamaha a shout out. I gotta give old Rad Dan a shout out because he unloaded this one for us.
Rad Dan?
Yeah, Rad Dan did this one.
Rad Dan was here?
Rad Dan?
Like the drifter?
The drifter.
Wait, didn't someone else forklifted too, huh? Kevin. Didn't
Kevin forklifted.
Man, everyone's been using my
Kevin
forklift.
forklifted. Rad Dan forklifted.
Wow. Look.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, this is, wait.
This
wait
is
a
your
second.
stuff.
This is my old stuff. Ah, God dang it. I thought it looked familiar.
I thought you were joking, but
No!
You got
Because we got a new one.
Yeah.
That's our old new one. Aww.
Now we have two.
Wow. You got scooters? Thanks, Ben Pack. Look, guys, we finally got our new AC unit! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! It's so quiet, it's so cool in the office. Mike's so happy. Before he was a sweaty, upset, salty boy.
Yep.
Not anymore. So, shop stuff. I'm gonna walk you guys through kind of what we just talked through and give you guys a brief idea. As of right now, we're gonna extend the window down in the lounge. That's the sick lounge up there. We'll show you guys the final product with that. We're thinking 2 lifts here at an angle just like this, so it's real easy to get into. That'll be kind of the main work area. Leave as much of this open as we can for either S15 work, wiring work, so you can open doors all the way. No cars are gonna be stored here. All my cars are gonna wind up going to the lift building just so we can really operate this as an efficient shop. And then that sick alignment lift that I'm telling you guys about is gonna go 45 in this back corner, which will kind of be the alignment corner, and then potentially another lift next to that can kind of be where the S15 lives. On this side, we originally were gonna do 2 lifts and basically make it symmetrical of what's on that side. But as of right now, we're gonna do 1 lift, and then we're gonna have a door that goes through to the washing room, which is gonna turn into a shop bathroom right there, and then have a pass-through door over here because we're thinking this is gonna become our fab area. So it's kind of in its own corner, it's by the door, can have welders, some more basic machinery, and then we can have a door that's gonna go into the other side. And just to refresh you, the reason why we're not using the other shop, A, I don't wanna spend a bunch of money to redo the floors. B, I really wanted to have the overlook from the office, and I like the door set up better at this part of the building, and it's close to my office. This will turn into a break room. Then over here, we're thinking about setting up the corner in here with a lot more of the machinery, the press, the brake, the stomp shear, and kind of have like a little bit of like a machine shop, if you will, to go into a little bit more detail than what we would do in the shop. So it's pretty exciting. We've been going back and forth on a bunch of different ideas for a while now, and I feel like as a group, we're all starting to hone in on a plan and actually are getting to the point where, oh, I forgot to mention, one thing we found out from George, who has managed this property for years, was that thank God we didn't just put lifts in here because the floors are actually very thin. So we're gonna have to cut holes where we're gonna put the lifts and pour footers. So we will have to cut in the floors a little bit, especially obviously for the in-ground lift. But here, we'll just cut a square and then we'll either epoxy it or paint it a different color, and I don't think it'll look that bad, but just to play it safe, because I think these are only like 3 or 4 inches thick, which is definitely on the sketchy side. We're gonna redo the carpet on this probably with the same stuff that we did up here. I don't know if you guys saw the final product up here yet, but it looks fantastic. It looks 10 times newer. I really wanted to do like some sort of hardness in here, but the echo is already so bad that I was concerned of doing a hard tile and then doing my podcast up here. But our friend Duarte has a granite company. He's gonna help us get a big countertop thing figured out for over here, make a little like bar for the hangout area. I'm gonna leave that window how it is, but I wanna bring these ones down. So like from here, you can see the tops of the cars both on the lift and on the ground. Have like maybe a little like couch loungy area here, have a big conference table here, and then finally have a wall to put all my memorabilia and my doors and my wheels and my steering wheels, my other doors, my broken car parts and my cool car parts. Oh, these vents are closed. I need to open them up. Because like this already is the coolest thing ever. It gets me so excited that once this is the shop and stuff's going on and it's all pretty. Oh yeah, we're gonna paint the walls there gray too. So that's another thing we have to do. But, oh, and I'm gonna make a door for my office, which is right up against the shop. But finally, like, that whistle is gnarly. Let's go.
That AC be cooking.
I know. But I'm just super excited because there's finally like a game plan. Or finally, like, now that the floor is done up here, we can start to focus on the office downstairs. Because we can't do the office downstairs until we had a place to move. Now that the floor is done up here, we can all work and operate out of upstairs while we redo the downstairs. And it's hectic right now just because FD Orlando is next weekend. We got back from Atlanta, kind of took a little while to get back up to steam. Gotta ride go-karts once a day, so that eats up time, you know. But now we got the ball rolling and I'm excited. We got internet in the whole building now. We got 30 up, 30 down. Not the best in the world, but it's faster than we had at the old place. And that's sick. We got hot spots and, oh, we didn't mention also that we found there's fiber ran through this entire property, which is like some bougie baller that we can't figure out how to get to work, and well, it's gonna take a little while and it's gonna be kind of expensive, but as a backup plan, that's super cool and rad. Whew, man, I feel like I'm talking their ear off. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff all over the place in this video. I'm sorry if it's a little bit jumbled up right now, but everyone's rushing me to go ride go-karts since yesterday we got cut off by the dark, and then we ended up riding go-karts in the dark, and then some of them broke, and then it didn't really work out that well. And it was not the best thing. And there's people watching me, and it's awkward.
Bye. When you say